How's it going, everybody? Nick Daniels here, coming at you live yet again, and today we're bringing you folks another video, and today it's actually on OKCupid. So I put a little poll out there the other day, and it's my first time trying that. We got 9 votes. As far as I know, this has been about a week, I want to say, on the poll. The stats on the poll, yeah, so I think it's about 10 votes, sorry. 10 votes came in. So the 4 options we have here, hopefully I'll have this on screen, was Grindr, which is a gay dating app, OKCupid, Flirt Chat, and Flip. Now, the last 2 were just randoms I've just kind of Googled, and we will be doing all 4, but this was just a video to see what order you guys want them in. 80% of the votes came for OKCupid, so 8 out of 10 people said OKCupid, they want to see that. Now, I have done a video on that, as you'll see on the screen now, and you can go ahead and click on that if you want to see that initial review, but we're going to come back at it here yet again in 2022 as we did Tinder, and we're going to be doing the rest of them as well, probably. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Now, the way I'm going to do it is I think I'll just put some footage on the screen here to the left or the right, and you'll just see that as we go along as I'm talking about certain points of this dating app. Now, OKCupid back in the day, by the way, this is a little bit of an older dating app. So this isn't something that was like brand new in 2016. This has been out for a little while, and we're not going through the whole history of it here. But what a few features I noticed are apparently not around anymore and really pissed people off. And one of them, and I think it ties into something that the first point we're really going to get into, was the username apparently did not actually have to be your name. You could just kind of put it whatever. And now it's like the first name, last name. And apparently, according to some reviews, which again, hopefully we'll remember this to put them on the screen, is people were upset about that. That was a big thing. When I went to download the app on my iPhone, the iOS reviews, a lot of them were kind of pissed off about that, and basically saying how it's just like another Tinder, it's another Bumble. It's just swipe right, swipe left. So the first point that we want to talk about today is the fact that you really don't get any local matches. So unfortunately with this app, and I mean maybe it's because it's not one of the more popular ones, I think it has certain things to do with basically like the country, the city I'm in, not that big of a city, the age range being about, you know, again, like I'm looking around 23 to 30, somewhere in between that range. I got about no matches here locally, like none. I went through everybody within like, I think maybe a day. You don't also get that many swipe rights to go through, which we'll talk about more here in a minute. But it's just a little upsetting when you're initially looking at it. However, I was getting bombarded with notifications saying that I had a lot of matches. So when I went to go get my matches, what I had to do is I had to change all my settings to just any. So it was like any, just any all the way through the board. Any age, any rate, you know, anything. And what happened was I started swiping right on people, and every like second swipe was a match. So what I noticed was these matches were like way out in like Indonesia, the Philippines, like China, like, you know, I'm in a small town in Canada, Nova Scotia, like, you know, literally one of the smallest provinces you're going to find around town. And I'm getting people, you know, like literally across the world, which is a little crazy. So that can be a little alarming. Some of the features, again, that are in the app is like the live feature. So the live feature is, and I've done a video on this on Plenty of Fish. We did a whole little mini series on it, where you can live stream, and it live streams from different apps. So it's actually not only this app. It would be also like Plenty of Fish, Meet Me, you know, there was a few others there as well that all have this live feature, which is, you know, it's interesting to say the least. One thing about the profile that you make on OKCupid is it can be a little grueling going through questions. You can set up about 500 questions on your profile, and they just get like really repetitive after, like, in my opinion, of like 10. Like, it's just like, you know, what do you look like, you know, what do you look for in a partner? And it'll be like 4 options, and you can kind of pick them or whatever. You know, would you do this or that? Like, you know, it's so many. It's just fluff. No one's reading through those. And I constantly would get like profile hints and reminders to be like, hey, like, you know, try to fill out those questions. And it's like, no, I'm not going to. You don't have to fill out the 500. I think you have to fill out, like, you have to fill out a minimum. And then after that, you can fill out more. And I think I probably filled out like 5 to 10. And that was okay. It was enough. Of course, there's a pay model around it. So initially, when you sign up for the app for free, you can message, you can do whatever. There's some feature called intros that I don't really think I can't remember about that. I haven't really looked into it too much, but you can send an intro. I think it's just like some bogus pre-made thing, like it's like a pre-made message basically. However, that being said, the pay model kind of works out interesting. But for the 6 months, it works out to $19.99 a month. And without that, if you did 1 month, I think it was like 39 or 30. And the features you get with it are ridiculous. So you get unlimited likes. You get to see the likes like when they come in. Those are the two main features you would ever get with paying for it, like expected. Deal breakers. This is stupid. So you get to like now put in your deal breakers. So like you could put in, hey, if someone's got a kid, I'm not interested, and don't show me those profiles. Well, they just like will just say they don't have kids, and then like in their biography, in their bio, they'll just be like, oh, by the way, I have a kid. So that's how they get around that. But however, like deal breakers should just be free automatically. It should just be there. You shouldn't have to pay to unlock that feature. That's ridiculous. The intros, as I mentioned before, so I think you can send them, but like you can't read them or something. I don't know what's going on. Ad free. I think there's like a small little banner of an ad at the bottom or something. And you get to responses to questions. So I think someone can like shoot you a question and you can like see their answer first before like I guess you would have to answer it, which is stupid. The price is not. It's like it's ridiculous. It should literally be like maybe $9.99, like maybe. Like it's a lot of money for, in my opinion, nothing. You can also buy the boost. And like I said, you get the unlimited likes. I did notice originally that it did seem I had limited likes. I didn't get very many. Like I maybe had like 10, but I don't know. Maybe it went up. I don't know. So when you answer all those questions too, in your matches, you're going to get like a percent that you can match with that person, like how much you have in common. I think that personally means jack all. So kind of final point here. I know we're just going to run in through, but I got food cooking and I got to skedaddle here pretty soon. When I was running through the app and I was getting all these matches, now it's probably on me because these matches are I'm never going to see them. But I think something about OKCupid that I get from the people complaining about the usernames was that it wasn't so much of necessarily meeting up. I think it was more of like the chat room idea, right? Where you're kind of keeping it a little more ambiguous and you can just message people and chat. I'm not into that. I have no reason to be into that. I was into that at 19 years old. I'm like 29. I don't need to bother with, well, not 29 yet. It's coming. It's coming real soon, but we're like 28.9. But needless to say, it's like, yeah, I'm getting these matches. And by the way, they're very pretty girls. Like, I'm getting matches with, like it's like a lady in the Philippines. And, like, honestly, like, I'm drooling looking at her profile. And I don't believe they're fake. That's the funniest thing. I don't believe they're fake. But the app just seems to be that everybody's worldwide. Like, I have 99 plus matches at all times, like, or likes waiting for me. And I'm going through them as much as possible. And then, like, there's so many chats. It's like, you're not going to keep up. And they're messaging me first. But I think the thing is, like, someone else has said, too, like, they wanted, like, the Canadian visa, which I thought was pretty funny. But it's like the chats are just meaningless, Like, if there's no intention of meeting, if there's no way of meeting that person, why have the online chat? Like, I just don't I've never understood it at all. Like, I could even match with a girl here that's like 3 kilometers down the road, and if she doesn't want to meet and we want to talk for a month, I'm going to lose interest very, very quickly, and I'm going to move on because it's just not something I'm into doing, right? I find that really boring. And again, at a certain age, I would have enjoyed that a lot more. I would have been really good with just like, hey, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to have some chats, and maybe I'll flirt with a few of them, whatever. I could sex 1 or 2 of them. I don't know. But I mean, like, yeah, at this day and age and like who I am as a person at this point in my life, it's just that's the most boring thing I can think of doing. And it's just a time waster because you'll never meet them. However, there has been a success, supposedly. So, I mean, props to those, hats off to those people. But for me, in particular, I'm going to stay away from this app. I'm probably deleting it here, like deleting the account. But I more or less got it again for this review. So I appreciate you guys signing up for the poll too. So Grindr was second. So we are going to make a Grindr account. I'm not gay, but I'm going to be checking it out. And then hopefully we're going to try either one of these video ones where it's all video. So you send like video, and then you can send that to somebody. Hopefully on my walk back tonight, I'm going over somewhere for a movie. We're also going to be making another video tonight about the Hinge audio prompts, which I think are very interesting, and I think, have their own dedicated video. So with any further ado, thank you so much for watching. We're going to close the video. Got to get that KD, and we'll be seeing you in the next one. OKCupid 2022. All right, peace. Thanks for watching, you pencil pushers. If you guys want to check out my Instagram here, I've just got it in the background. It's Nick Daniels Photography with an underscore in between each word where I post every day. That's a lie. Thanks for watching. Peace.